Now we need to add some plugins that aren't built in by default. The first one, if you remember, we have a Flickr plugin and we have a popular posts. So we're running so high on time, I think I'm going to just stick with popular posts for now, and it'll give you the basic idea. So let's do popular posts. I'm sorry, that's not enough. WordPress plugin popular posts. And we see I've already clicked on it. I'm going to click download. And why did that do that? We're going to save it. All right. Hide that and unzip that. And now when we want to upload it, let's open back Coda. I'm going to open up my file browser again. And we need to go out. So it's not going to be in the theme folders. We're going to back up to WP-content and open up plugins. Now we already have some of these, and that's because this is from my original can't think of the word, my original sample. So I'm going to get rid of some of these. Give me just a moment. I'm going to get rid of them. There we go. And I'm just going to drag WP posts right in. All right, and that's going to upload. So how do we activate it? We open WordPress, and I'm going to go into plugins. And we will go to right here, WordPress popular posts. So I click on that, and I'm going to hit activate. And that's all there is to it. So now when we go back to our plugins page, we can, go back to our widgets page, we can add this new widget. So let's do that right now. Let's go to widgets, and now if you see at the very top, popular posts, let's add it. So let's see how we had it. We had recent and then popular. So recent and then popular, like so. And we can edit the title. Oh, please visit WordPress administration page. So let's do that. And we're going to show up to 10 posts. Let's bring that down to 5. And I don't want to show the number of comments or the number of page views. So let's update the settings. And this is a great thing about a dynamic sidebar. Whoops, wrong page. If we refresh it now. What? Let's go back home. Let me see if I probably forgot to save, didn't I? Update settings, and also let's go back to widgets and make sure that I saved. Yep, sorry about that. Add. This will not take effect unless you ensure that you save changes. Easy mistake to make. And now, popular posts, it's going to say, sorry, no data so far, but don't worry, after you and your viewers start visiting pages, it will update. And I'm not sure, when I did it, it took like 5 minutes for some reason. I'm not sure if it's set to update every 10 minutes or so. Now this is going to include pages. So don't worry, I'm clicking on a bunch of pages to get that going. The only other thing you might want to do is I am a web developer, so I like to write about code a lot. So another one I like to do is get a syntax plugin. So we could do WP syntax. WordPress WP syntax, and I happen to know that's the name of a plugin I use. So we can download it, save it, open that up, and once again, just bring that on in. All right. So anytime you bring a plugin as before, we need to make sure that we enable it. So plugins. And I suppose we need to give that just a moment to finish loading. While we're doing that, another one you should get, there's actually a bunch of plugins that you should consider getting. One of them is WP Cache. Right there. So I'm not going to do that in this lesson, but you should get that. There is another one called Google Sitemap Generator. Sitemap, let's see if we can find that. Yeah. Google XML sitemaps, that will generate a sitemap of all of your postings. And really there's a bunch. Check out net.tuts+, and we have a lot of postings for WordPress plugins that you should install, as well as Akismet. So let's refresh it. That should be done by now. What is taking that so long? It's still loading if you come down here. So I'm going to pause and wait for that to finish. All right, that should be finished. I'm going to refresh the page. And now we have WP syntax, and this will correctly format our code if you're so interested. All right, so here's how we do it. We're going to edit a post, and we may need to do a little bit of CSS. So let's do my third post. Now we're going to do a couple things to this. We want to upload images. So the first thing, well, let's take care of the code editor. To use that, we're going to do pre-lang equals the name of your language. So JS, or it might be JavaScript. If you go to the, let's back up. Well, maybe it's gone. If we go to other notes, they should have, yeah, supported languages right here. You can visit, and this has every language. So if we want to do JavaScript, yeah, we actually have to type that out. So pre-lang equals JavaScript, and we can type in anything we want. Close that out. Function do something. Something like that. And let's update the posting, and let's see what that did for us. So my third posting, and now you can see we have the nice formatting, which you otherwise would not have. So that's a very nice plugin. We want to do a little bit of page formatting. On NetTuts, anytime, you guys know when we add those images, we actually wrap them in divs. So we could do something like this. We use something like div class equals tutorial image. That way we can kind of style the formatting. So we're going to use that here too, because I think it's kind of a nice way. So we need to upload an image. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to do something kind of sneaky. Let's just grab an image from NetTuts. Let's just grab that copy image. And I'm not going to use, I would never do that normally, but that way we don't have to upload an image. Although WordPress does allow you to upload images to your server. Let's try that one more time. Copy image. What? Why are you not letting me paste? Oh, it's because I'm copying the image. Copy image location. Okay, and NetTuts. So let's update the post. And you'll see it doesn't look too great. Refresh the page. It just looks like that. It's fine, but we could do better. Let's go back to our CSS file. Let's expand that, hide the browser, and let's go into style.css. And where would be the best place to put this? Main content, sidebar, single post, comments template. Let's do something at the very bottom. We could even put this in a separate file. And we're just going to say post styles. All right, so let's do single div tutorial image. That was the div we wrapped it in. And let's give it a background of, we might change this. Text align. We're going to center the image. We're going to wrap a 1 pixel border white around the image, 20 pixels of padding, and margin of 1em on the top and bottom, but 0 on the left and right. So let's refresh that. And that's not showing up. Did I do this correctly? Div class, yeah, that's not showing up. I wonder if you ever want to find out which styling, just go to inspect, click on the image, and did I not do that? Right there. Yeah, it's floated. It's picking up the styling from our regular post items. So we need to turn that off by doing float none. I think that should fix it. Refresh. Now I'm wondering that we may not have enough specificity to do this. Single div with a class of tutorial image. Oh, of course. There is no float there. What we do here is a tutorial image and then get the image within that div and make sure that it's not floated. I think that should do it. And there we go. So one thing we also might want to do just for security is we might want to set a maximum width of the image to 600 pixels, just to make sure we don't allow anything much bigger. And that way we can upload images. It looks huge, but I'm on a low resolution, and now we have a little better formatting similar to NetTuts, very similar to NetTuts. The only thing I don't have here is we might want to add, do I have a border around this? Well, not necessary anyways, but always make sure you add a little bit of styling, so then when you create your postings, you can make them look a little better. So we have our Twitter, we have our comments, we are just about there. Let's do a search for lorem. Search. We have our search results. We can get rid of more if we wanted to, although no, because we need that to look at more search results, you see? And while we're at it, why don't we go back to reading and adjust it so we show 10 posts at a time, or maybe 8. Close that out, refresh the page, and now we're showing all the search results. Go to our About page. We're not going to worry about a contact. You know, it's the same thing, just within your contact page, add some information. If you want the Flickr plugin, just do a search for Flickr. Let's open up About. And as you can see, close that one out, we are pretty much done. There's plenty, oh shoot, there's more to do. We need to set up the image, of course. So what we're going to do is go to NetTuts and we're going to save a couple images. Let's save this image. On the desktop, we'll call it 200 by 200, and we'll save this one, just so we have something to work with. We're not stealing. Book.jpg, and that should be good. So how do we add these special images? Let's go up here, edit posts. Let's go to second posting, edit it, and we need to upload an image. So we're going to click upload. This isn't the way we do it on NetTuts. We do it more of a quicker way, but this is the way you would probably do it. So let's select a file to upload, and we are going to upload 200 by 200. Select. All right, and we're just going to grab that right there. All right, save changes, close it out, and now we're going to go down to custom field, and we're going to do post image and paste that in. Oh no, it didn't save. Let's go back and get it one more time. From the gallery, show, copy that. We can do it relative or absolute, so add custom field. And now let's update the posting. If we check, nothing is going to change just yet because we haven't added any code, but we'll do that right now. Let's return to Coda. Let's open up index.php. And remember, we still have this hard-coded image, so we're going to get rid of that. So let's do a new one. Image source equals, and then alt equals. All right. So alt, we want the alt to be the title of the specific posting. So we'll do the title. And then the source, this is going to be a little bit more advanced. So we're going to do thumb equals, and there's a WordPress function called getPostCustomValues. Now you can add as many custom values as you want. So I'm saying get the post custom values, and then I'm going to pass in the name of that specific custom value that I want, which is post image, which is what we created. So it's going to return an array containing that. So it's returned as an array. So to continue on, let's do this. So that array is stored into this thumb variable right here. So continuing on, we're going to echo blog info. Actually, we don't even need that. We need to echo thumb, and then the very first one is what you would typically want. Okay, so let's come back. I might have made a typo. Let's come back. And we are now pulling in that specific one. Great, pretty simple. So let's go in and fix. Let's go in and fix the other two. Actually, you don't need to watch this. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to go to each post, go down to custom field, and add a new one. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've updated the last one, so let's refresh the page. And now we're showing all of those custom images. So let's make sure everything's working. I'm going to click on my first post. Now, what you might want to do, and what I will do after this, is maybe clean up the styling just a little bit to make everything look nicer. But let's leave a reply. Great post. Submit comment. And now it's showing our comment. Let's make sure that it's displaying that on the home page. First post, one comment. Popular posts, I promise you that will display shortly, but it's pretty much going to look just like this. It must be set to some kind of cache. We have tags. We can click on the tags, and that'll bring up all the posts in that category. We have a search form. We have page forms. We have a comments form. We have done a ton. I recorded this all in one day, so I'm going on like hour 7. It takes a while to, gather your thoughts and everything like that. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please tell your friends. Leave a comment on the Net.Tuts Plus posting. And what I'm thinking about is maybe for my next entry, which probably will be in a month or 2, we're going to take this even further and really, now that we've done the basics of the PSD and HTML, we can focus 100% on WordPress and create plugins, create advanced, multi-tiered systems where we have custom templates that are inherited from other templates. We can really do a lot of fun stuff with WordPress, and I hope to show you guys that in 2 months. Thank you so much for signing up. Thank you so much for watching this. This has been the longest series I've ever created, and I hope you got something out of it. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.